Hey everyone, what's going on? Earlier tonight I was on CNN.com and one of the major headline stories they had up was of the execution of this guy named John William King. And he committed a murder against this guy named James Byrd Jr. back in 1998, and he's just now being executed. And there was also two other people. One of them was also executed in 2011, and the other guy's not going to get executed. But what I want to talk about is how this story is just absolutely blatant that they are scripting these stories by ancient knowledge practices. And if you're new to the channel, I talk about how every day the mainstream media is scripted with a system of coding numbers into words and phrases. And this story is just absolutely the most undeniable story I've seen in a long time. It's just so obvious that they have to want you to see this almost. So, this guy, John William King, he got executed today, which was 44 days before the anniversary of this murder that he committed on James Byrd Jr. And in what is called gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words and phrases, if you write out James Byrd Jr., his name just so happens to equal 44. And also, if you write out the word execution just so happens to equal 44. And this comes 44 days before the anniversary of him being executed, right? Or of the murder. And also, if you write out June 7th, the day he was murdered, that equals 44. And all the pictures that you can find of him, he's wearing this Colorado Rockies hat. Rockies in gematria equals 44. Also, when you start reading through the story, you find out that John William King, the guy who got executed today, he just so happens to be 44 years old. So, once again, a 44-year-old gets executed 44 days before the anniversary of the murder that he supposedly committed on a guy whose name equals 44. And if you look up what this guy's birthday is, you find out it was November 3rd. And if you go from the day he got executed, to his birthday, it's 193 days. The reason this is interesting is because the 44th prime number is 193. And if you go the other way, from November 3rd to the day, so it's 172 days after his 44th birthday, and it's all because he murdered James Byrd Jr. Look at James Byrd Jr. equals 44 and also 172. So 44 days for the anniversary, and then it's 172 days after this guy's 44th birthday. I mean, how more blatant can it get? Also, when you further read through the story, you find out that there was the two other guys that are involved. And the guy who's not going to get executed, his name's Sean Berry. Notice how old he is currently. He's currently 44 years old. Oh, the odds. The other guy is this Lawrence Russell Brewer, who got executed in the year 2011. And notice how old he was when he got executed. And he was age 44. So these two guys in connection to the murder both get executed at age 44. Why do you think they chose that, right? The word executed equals 44. To make it even better, if you look up this guy, the first guy to get executed, you go from his birthday to the day that he got executed, it was also 193 days, the 44th prime number. And he also got executed 44 days before John King's birthday, right, in 2011. So he got executed 44 days before this other guy who got executed today. What are the odds? And then the other guy is 44 years old. It's all about the number 44. The word kill equals 44. There's another cipher called septenary where the word African American even equals 44. It's just so blatant. This first guy who got executed, Lawrence Russell Brewer, his name equals 114. And if you notice, he got executed 1 month, 14 days, also 44 days, before John King's birthday. And if you go from today to the anniversary of this murder, it was also 1 month and 14 days. So back in the day, I would have said 11 times 4 is even 44, but, you know, you can, whatever. I'll skip over saying that. Well, I'm just saying it just to put it out there, but how interesting. So just wanted to make a short video showing this ridiculous story and how it's just absolutely coded by this script. And if you learn to apply this, you'll see how every single day we get these same stories over and over that are all connected in the same way, the same pattern. That's why they give you certain details that don't even seem to matter in the story. Like if a house burns down, they tell you how big the house was, like how many square feet the house was. And then when you look up the name of whatever the house was or whoever's house it was, their name equals the same as that number that they told you. So, like I said, short video. Have a good one. Peace.